this year?
Yeah, I mean, playoff-wise, they're done, but you know, you're
They're not mathematically
You're
eliminated.
talking about legacy things, and I went to practice this week. I talked to Jeff Marks, I talked to Dwayne Washington guys, Dakota Hobbs, those guys are in. I let them know, hey, guess what? There's a certain group of people that won the state championships, and there's a certain group of people that beat Mooney. Okay, I'm sitting here in neither of those things, even though I went. But at the end of the day, you could be in that group and just it doesn't make the playoffs, doesn't do anything. You got a legacy thing. There's a group. There's a guy I go see in Cleveland every time I'm up there. I call him. He's a couple years old. He takes care of me, business guy. But at the end of the day, all he talked his senior year they went 3-7, but he won't let you forget that he beat Mooney that year. So that's a big thing. That's a Mooney game is a complete legacy game. You could be 4-6, 3-7, 2-8, but if that one win is Mooney, that's all that matters.
Where will you be Friday night?
I will be at that tailgate. I will be at the Mooney game. Coach Kemp asked a couple of our former players to be down there in line in the tunnel. We're going to support the kids, and we're going to make sure they know that we got their back. Because once again, it's a legacy thing, and they got to know it doesn't matter if you end up being 4-6, as long as one of those wins is against Mooney.
A pretty special show. Having Paul Kemp on here, 3-time state champion. That's incredible, isn't it? Really.
Well, and Paul was a
quarterback.
ball boy when I was coming up. So to see Paul, and then end up coaching Paul and watching him, it's just like, oh, there's little Paul. Before you know it, little Paul is winning 3 state championships, and it's crazy, but Paul's great, and Paul's coaching there now, and I can't imagine what that's like to coach with your dad. And well, I coach with my dad now, and it's special to me. So to be part of that, it's crazy.
He is his father's son in so many ways.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and unbelievable. Just a great overall experience here tonight. Just really things that I'm even surprised. Having the mayor here, having some of the great guests here tonight. Even Ron Patessa's perspective on the high school. It was just a really fine show. And really, without you here at Kelly's Bar, and without Sergeant Bob Vidd and MVP Entertainment,
and I think it's
just a nice combination. A neat kind of concept that just kind of happened, and I think it turned out to be a pretty good thing on Wednesday nights anyway.
Oh, absolutely. It's something that I think Gary and I talked earlier. It's something we're all in on. We want to do next year, and we want to grow with it. And I think that Bob has done a phenomenal job this whole year in production, and I think that he doesn't get enough thanks. And MVP Entertainment, they do a phenomenal job with what they do. I think, the fact that this is just thrown together, this was an idea that happened on a Saturday, and on Wednesday we have a show, and Bob bought in, and I think that he doesn't get enough thanks. He's behind the camera, but I think that you will agree too. It's something we're in on next year. We're all doing it to try to take care of the kids, make sure the kids get recognition. Bob's a coach at Latonia, and he does wrestling at South Range. He's all about the kids. You're all about the kids. I was a coach. I'm all about the kids. So the big thing is we just want this to grow and continue to get better. And I think that for a product in year one and things like today and getting perspective from the players' end of it, that's why you do it. And I'm excited to be a part of it.
And if you're new to the show, that's what YouTube's for. You can check out some of the old issues from the season. But of course, there's week 10, week 9 and 10 ahead of us, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But it's been fun, and this is high school football in Mahoning Valley, so it's been a great time.
Absolutely.
That's it for this week's edition of Yards After Contact from Kelly's Bar in Mahoning Avenue in Youngstown, Ohio. Thank you and good night.